I spent the last video building a machine specifically designed to get hacked. Obviously, the next logical thing to do was hack it. I have got Kali on one side, a vulnerable machine on the other, and somewhere in that machine is a vulnerability that's basically asking to be abused, to be exploited. Today, we are going to use Metasploit to exploit one of those vulnerabilities and see whether we can actually turn it into actual command execution. The vulnerability we are going after is CVE 2007-2447, a command execution vulnerability in Samba's username map script functionality. I don't want this to be one of those videos where I throw 10 commands at the terminal and suddenly there is a shell on the screen. I want to actually follow the process from the target to the vulnerability to the exploit and finally to the access we get from it. If everything works, we will finish with an actual shell on the target, verify exactly where that shell landed, and then switch over to the victim side and see what evidence the attack left behind. That's the objective. My Kali machine is at 192.168.1.4 and the target is at 192.168.1.3. Before touching Metasploit, I am going to make sure they are actually communicating. I'll use ping as usual, 4 to 5 replies, the network is good. Now I will start with enumeration. We will use Nmap for enumeration. I am using service detection here because I don't just want a full list of open ports. I want to know what's actually running behind them. Coming to the result part, there is quite a lot of stuff going on in here. FTP, SSH, SMB, and several other services. SMB immediately stands out because we have a Samba service and a version that we can investigate further. At this point, there are several directions I could take this. That's actually one of the useful things about working with a deliberately vulnerable machine. So we have our service, we have the version information, and we have a vulnerability worth investigating. Now let's see what Metasploit has for it. We'll type in our terminal MSF console. That will open up our Metasploit. I'll search for the Samba vulnerability. There is the module. I will load it using the use command, use and the module we want. As I have already told you before, we will be using the user map script. Before running anything, I am going to inspect it. The module corresponds to the Samba username map script vulnerability, CV 2007-2447. That is what we are looking for. I'll check the available options by writing down show options in the terminal. The main thing we need to provide is the target. Because the exploit already knows what the local machine is, it doesn't know what the target is. So I'll verify it. I'll verify the configurations once more. I will set the target using set our hosts and write down the IP address of the target. I'll verify the configuration once more so that we can confirm what our target address is and what the exploit will be targeting. Alright, so I think everything looks perfect for now. We have gone from an exposed service to a specific vulnerability to a Metasploit module that matches it. There is only one thing left to find out. Does this exploit actually work or is it just for show? Let's actually find out. You can just type in run or exploit to run this exploit and you can watch the result unfold before your own eyes. Now, as you can see, we have got a session, but a session opening is not enough for me. I want to know what we have actually obtained. To know further information about this shell, about the target, about the machine, we have to interact with the shell. First, I want to know what privileges we actually have. I'll write down who am I and it will show as root. That's already a pretty serious result. I'll check the host name. That's our target. The target machine is our host name. I'll check the working directory as well. Now we are not looking at a shell on Kali. We are executing commands on the target. And that's the point where this stops being a vulnerability on a scan and becomes an actual access. You actually hacked the machine right now. I'm going to leave the shell here for a moment because I want to look at the other side of this. Everything we've seen so far has been from the attacker's perspective. I want to know what the victim machine actually recorded. Now this is our Metasploitable machine, the intentionally vulnerable machine. If you've watched my previous videos, you would have a pretty good idea about it. So I'll check the Samba logs first. And these are the logs. I'm going to look around the timestamp when the exploit was executed and we'll check all the other relevant logs. And after investigation, we can see that the IP address of the attacker, that is 192.168.1.4, is being recorded by the victim machine. This is where exploitation and detection start becoming two very different problems. From Kali, the event was simple. We selected a module, configured the target, executed it, and received a shell. From the victim's perspective, network activity was hitting a service that happened to contain a vulnerability. Whether that actually becomes obvious to a defender depends heavily on what logging and monitoring is actually in place. And that's something I want to explore more as I build this lab out. Before we finish, there is one thing I want to make clear about Metasploit. What we just did isn't the Metasploit method. SMB was simply the vulnerability we chose on this particular target, on this particular video. Give Metasploit a different machine and the workflow can look very different. You might be dealing with an FTP service. You might find a vulnerable web application. You might find an old version of a remote service. You might even have a completely different type of vulnerability. The important part is that Metasploit gives you a framework for working with all these different modules. The general workflow is pretty straightforward. Enumerate the target, find out what's running, and identify versions or other useful information. Search for a relevant module. You are looking for an exploit, auxiliary module, scanner, or other module that actually applies to what you have discovered. Inspect the module, check what vulnerability it targets and what option it requires. Configure the target, set things like R hosts and any other options the particular module needs or requires. Run it, exploit it, and then if the exploit succeeds, you investigate the session you have obtained rather than blindly assuming that the tool's output tells you everything. Metasploit is not a magic hack anything button. If the target does not have a vulnerability that matches your module, the exploit is not suddenly going to work because you typed run or exploit. You start with an IP address, find something interesting, investigate it, and eventually end up on the other side of the machine. But the next question is probably even more interesting. How detectable was everything we just did? That's where I want to take this lab next, and I'll see you in the next one.